Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, one of the great days of the weekday. Great day to celebrate all of us, including all of you. Good morning, everyone. This is Carol Sue, aka Nani Boss, live with two.
Sistas, good morning, everyone. It's Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. Now with my hair up because it's like flying all over the face in my face. And we're getting most of your visor in your face, speaking of which.
I know, I noticed that.
So fantabulousness on this Fantabulous Friday. First, a big shout out to Leanie, who's joined the 60-year-old club. Woo-hoo.
Yes, happy birthday, Leanie. We hope you have a special day. And, what a milestone, how exciting. I'm sure Joe's got something fun planned for you. From what I understand, you're going to be having a good weekend. So that's awesome, awesome, awesome stuff.
Yeah, and we just I just uploaded this morning our amazing podcast from last night with Bono. Sometimes when I am writing the show notes, and obviously I love to write, that's a given. Sometimes like I just put too much stuff, and it was a difficult one in the sense that there was so much that I wanted to say. But hey, I broke through it, and that was the fantabulousness of that, because it really, when I went, and obviously I go through before I upload anything and read it, sometimes there's typos, whatever, but you really get the gist of the conversation before you listen to the podcast. And hey, that's what I love about podcasting. That is so amazing. So
yeah, and it was a great, if you didn't catch it, Naz lives in Australia, so for her it was Friday, for us it was still Thursday. And I'm super excited because she's going to be starting her Thrive experience soon. We talk about so much about gut health, and she is really sharing and opening up in a community to women, and yes, some men too, to maybe even understand what their women are going through when you go through that pre-menopause to menopause, and all that goes in with that. And it's kind of a subject that a lot of people don't necessarily chat about right in the beginning. They're experiencing some things of their body's changing. And one of the lines that she said, which was so impactful, and I think really does a great depiction of what women are feeling. It's like the opposite of puberty. So, when you have that daughter and the son, they start entering, that 12, 11, 12, 13-year-old age group, and their body is changing. And, there's no significant date, no significant age when that child's going to go through that. But you start noticing, that maybe they're more emotional, maybe they're angry, they're, unsure of themselves, their body's changing, they've got all these hormonal changes. Well, it's like the opposite of what menopause is, but the same. So meaning that obviously it's two different things that are going on, but the symptoms are you could actually correlate the two types of feelings. So what happens when a child is going through puberty and goes into that stage of the hormone changing, obviously, for a female going through that whole period BS that you have to go through, but it's, it really is a gift. And you don't realize that till after the fact that it's a gift, because it's a gift that, and not all women decide to have children, but it is nature's way of saying you're ready now. Not hopefully at 11, 12, and 13 that you get to be a little bit older. We want that to make sure that that's the message. But when you're going through the next big change, especially for women, that next big hormonal change, it is menopause. And we tend to think that we're kind of all alone in it. And what she's finding is she's created this group of women and a tribe of women that are experiencing, whether it's, weight gain, their bodies are not performing in the same way. Maybe your libido just now went down the toilet. Maybe you're noticing your mood. You feel like, oh, why do I feel like I'm PMSing, but I'm not PMSing because the opposite is occurring. So you go through those things, and I think a lot of women tend to like keep it to themselves. You know, don't want to like, oh my God, they're gonna think like we're like back in the day of when we first got that whatever Q word you use, because a lot of people have different words for that. But I think it's a great conversation that she's opening up and really kind of extending the olive branches out for people to get comfortable to talk about it. Because not only is it, when you're younger, the psychological piece to it that maybe at that age you don't quite understand because you're too young. All these things are going on with your body, but it really is the next big event of your life that you're now maturing and becoming that young woman. Well, the same could be true for menopause. There's a psychological piece to it where, gosh, I'm now officially past having children, and most of us mentally we're already there. But when you think about, now I'm entering that next chapter, and that next chapter is middle age, and middle age is the next stepping stone to, let's be blunt, the finality of your journey. And I think there's a lot of mental, psychological tug of wars that goes within our hearts and our brains. So I'm really excited that she's kind of opened that conversation up, don't you think?
Yeah, and obviously that's a very important conversation to have, and what better way to do it in a community that supports that type of a conversation, where you don't have to feel on the spot, where you don't have to feel, oh my God, that shame in sharing, personal things that maybe you would not otherwise share. And yeah, we have all of our contact information in there, so definitely, excuse me, definitely check that out. Uh, we are actually going to be, and I think I did get an email on that,
I did too.
joining the 14-day challenge that she has come up. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, that starts Monday.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah.
it was a really cool name too. Just a real catchy 14-day challenge. Do it for you, or I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I already threw away my scribble notes from last night.
Yeah, but whatever. It's like, do it for you, or do it now, or uh, and I'm probably totally, I'm not butchering it, but I may not even be saying the right words. But it really, why it was so catchy, because it really just focused on yourself, and there's no shame in that game to embrace where you're at mentally, and say, you know what, I'm not in this alone. So guess what, I'm going to lock arms with other women that are going through and feeling maybe not exactly the same thing, but similar things. And tribal women doing that, there's nothing better than a good tribe of women.
That's right. There's power in the camaraderie. There's power in the numbers that come together. So that's that's a pretty awesome thing. So what's happening in your neck of the world? What
Sorry, I'm just a friend of mine happens to be walking by the car, so
oh
she's
my
now approaching the car. Keep going.
so
Keep talking. I'm going to
I
mute myself
lost
for a second so I can say hi.
I lost my train of thought. What was
Well,
I?
that happens.
So, here I am chatting along here. I'm not sure what I'm going to say at this point. Actually, I have a lot to say, right? I always have a lot to say. Been showing up on video by myself. I started this thing in the morning called This Morning Minute, which technically turns out to be 3 to 5 minutes. And don't do that close up. It freaked me out, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm doing that. I have an amazing podcast this afternoon with stories that inspire us at 3:15 with Lynn Catalano, as well as tomorrow an amazing podcast with stories. Her name is Daisy Page. Just a little bit about Daisy. Such a lovely, lovely woman who was diagnosed with Parkinson's, but I can hardly hear you. I don't know what's going on. It must be on your end. And Daisy was recently diagnosed with a terminal illness called MSA. And all this lovely woman wants to do is share her story. So Carol Sue said she can't hear me. I don't know. It must be on your end because everything is up and running on this end. But in any event, it's probably a button you hit, but whatever, it's all good. And you know what? And this is the beauty of showing up authentically you. So that is the fabulous of what we do, sharing what we're passionate about. And you know, today maybe the younger sister gets the last word, you know. She can't hear me. But anyways, my name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I am with TwoSistas, and I think she's having some technical glitches on her end. We wish you all a happy Friday. Thank you all so much, and we will see you on Monday for Monday Mindset. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.